rescue truck, which helps support all of our ambulances. We have 7 ambulances that respond to calls. This particular truck supports those ambulances by bringing technical equipment, technical decon, technical rope, vehicle rescue, firefighting related equipment. It sits on a Spartan chassis, and it's built by a company called 4 Guys. This pretty much is a gigantic toolbox on wheels. This carries all the specialty equipment and everything an ambulance carries. It's operated by typically 2 people. In the front here, they have all the same technology the ambulances have, mobile data terminals, different types of equipment to know how to get to the locations that they're responding to, as well as the red light siren and the communication equipment with the Allegheny County 911 Center. First department on our truck is everything has to do with learning about the atmosphere. There's meters in here, there's portable lights, there's meters to determine if there's carbon monoxide in people's homes, to determine if we have a safe atmosphere to work in. There's also some different cameras, thermal imaging, and different type of battery-powered tools that are stored in this climate-controlled compartment. We move down the truck. This particular compartment is all medical gear. This is the primary gear that if the crew rolls up on something immediate and they need to provide immediate care, they have everything they need here, from their defibrillator to their emergency medications to their oxygen, house bags, bleeding control, and any other type of equipment, as well as drugs and narcotics for pain control. As you see in here, we have some large cones. We operate out on the highways on a regular basis. Out on the highway is one of the most dangerous places for us because of the moving traffic and everybody not being ready for an emergency vehicle to just sit in the middle of the roadway. So we carry very large 36-inch traffic cones that we usually put around our scenes to help protect us, the ambulance, the police officers, the firefighters, and to warn the motoring public that they're approaching a scene that's not normal for them in their normal driving. Mounted on the side of the truck up high here are quartz lights. Each of them are 1,500 watts. We definitely do not like operating in a dark environment, so at night we light the scene up. The light tower above us is a 6,000 watt light tower. This is all driven by what's called a PTO, or power takeoff, in the truck, and it has a 25 kW generator mounted inside the truck that produces all our power force for all our electric tools, our hydraulic tools, any tools that need power. We can work self-sufficient from this vehicle. This compartment here is just like your normal garage. It has all the hand tools, tools that are related to dismantling things, taking things apart in case anybody gets stuck in something. They get stuck in a manhole, they get stuck in a machine, they get stuck in a car. We have a bunch of small hand tools. These slide-out boards come out, and we have an array of tools on those boards. Different types of sledgehammers, cutting tools, digging tools, and each board has a focus. Some tools just as simple as having some pipe wrenches, just so we can turn gas or water off in case we have a leak on the scene. Everything that has to do with hazard control, just to make the scene safer for us and safer for the public. We also have some lifting devices, some small jacks that you would use to lift your car if you're just changing the brakes or you're doing some tire work. But this is in case we get somebody stuck underneath the car, we can simply lift the car off of them without doing anything too technical. As we work our way around to the back of the truck, Rescue 510 is a compartment to the rear. A lot of the equipment that's located in this compartment is gas driven, so we keep it all separate. This compartment's ventilated. This is so it doesn't, for better words, infect the other equipment like rope. We wouldn't want the gasoline or the fuel products or the oil getting into other types of equipment. So back here we have a bunch of saws. We have wood cutting saws, metal cutting saws, we have battery powered saws, we have electric saws, and again gas driven. And this could be something as simple to cutting in a hole in the side of a house to gain access, maybe after a really bad storm or somebody be trapped inside, or cutting a tree out of the way because it's blocking us being able to get into someone's home or into the street that they live on. We have reciprocating saws with multiple types of blades for both metal and cutting, and we can also breach different types of concrete with the tools that are back here. As we look up top here, we have long backboards. An ambulance normally carries 2. On this particular truck, we carry 6. Those are for people that might have C-spine type related injuries, maybe from falls. But this particular truck, because it's going to major emergencies, might find itself on the scene of a multi-victim incident. So this truck has extra equipment to actually support an ambulance and provide 5 additional long boards to that operation. This compartment kind of has a mix of equipment, and down below we have fire extinguishers, all different types of fires, from metal related fires to just a standard wood fire to a potentially petroleum driven fire. So we have foam cans, we have a Metal X, as well as a CO2 extinguisher. This way, if we find ourselves on a scene before the fire department gets there, we can at least hold a little bit of fire off until they can get there to extinguish it, in case somebody be trapped inside a car or in a location where we just aren't able to get them out until the fire. So this particular compartment is mirrored. There's one that's exactly the same on the other side. The idea is this is a lot of heavy equipment, so we hope that one of the two sides of the truck are close to the incident, so we don't have to carry this stuff as far, just because it's heavy, it's cumbersome. And this is highly used equipment, but it's very bulk. And again, it's not easy to move, so we just duplicated each side of the truck. This particular compartment is not duplicated. This is a specialty compartment. This has to do with all related to vehicle rescue. This has what we would refer to as, even though the product we use is called a Genesis system, but it's what people would refer to as the Jaws of Life system. This is where if we need to remove somebody from a car, we need to cut metal from away from them because they're stuck, their door's jammed. This has all types of tools to be able to do that. Good example, this is a hydraulic spreader. And this here is a hydraulic cutter. These have a tremendous amount of cutting force. These are hooked to a hydraulic system, to a hydraulic hose. Of course, we always forget here, but we don't just take care of humans on the scene. These are our pet oxygen masks. This helps us in case we have a cat, dog, any type of animal that maybe gets pulled out of a fire or a bad situation. We can provide it oxygen. It also helps us be prepared in case we have one of the police canines get injured in the process of their job. We can provide them oxygen as well. Several times a year we do assist the fire department with pets that get pulled out of house fires, apartment fires, and a lot of times it's very successful just by being able to give them a little bit of oxygen, clean them off. They actually do very well. So if we can help, we try to do that as much as we can. If there are no human injuries at that scene, we provide that. Several of our units do carry those, so we try to help out as much as we can. Most of us are dog and cat lovers, so we care about the animals as much as we possibly can on those scenes. And we have in the front bumper here, we had them put small, more or less storage boxes. And in here are all different types of straps and attachment points in case we have a unstable object or vehicle. We can strap it, we can secure it. We've got all types of chains, chain hooks, very similar to the tow truck operators. We don't do tow work, but if we have to grab something or secure something, we have everything we need. So that's the overview of the truck. On the front of the truck here, you'll notice there's two special spotlights. That's so as the crew is responding to emergencies, they can see maybe debris in the roadway from the crash site, or they can see things that might cause them not to go farther, so they can have a switch in the cab. They can put almost 3,000 watts of light going forward as they roll down the road.
Wow.
And that's pretty much the overview of this truck.